pateleng ya ba bona ba creang di-services. So sešeo a remeng ka maoto a hona motho a tlo re ntšha mo bothateng ba John Mpe ke rena re tlo ke ntšha mo bothateng ba John Mpe because ke rena re ke tsentšhitše mo bothateng. Motho o tšere ditendera ka moka o tšo fa ma Zimbabwe.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Once again, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who's also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs. Of our super conscious kind of guys, I don't know what's happening with my voice. I know. He was I heard it when I was greeting somebody in the house this morning. I was like, who's the man talking in my voice, right? Anyway, guys, I just want to bring to your attention the video that I just saw. I am not so sure where that was, but I just want to bring the words that was said by Julius Malema to you. And I'm just trying to push myself. Really, honestly, the situation around me does not even allow me to be doing the videos these days. Hence, I've been apologizing to you that please do bear with me. I'm going to be back, and I'm going to be back very well and serving you right as the people that support my channel. Julius Malema is heard there. I'm still going to share with you the video clip, and please don't forget to share your own views in the comment section, because I always look forward to reading those. And seriously, these days time does not even allow me to be doing this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to promise to react to you maybe in around Wednesday or so. Is people like Victor Shongwe and my Movenda person and the rest that are supporting me. Those I'm mentioning because they have a way of shouting at me, right? Especially when I'm slacking behind. Ndithuxolweni ke guys kakhulu, ndixolweni ndikhona qha imeko yam imaxongo. I'm unable to do the things that I want to do. So Julius Malema is heard. They're speaking like a South African. I'm not saying South Africans, it is good for us to hate Zimbabweans, but we must be vocal about the injustices that we are seeing against South Africans, right? Because that is an injustice, and there is no policy or constitution in South Africa that supports what is happening in South Africa. And this comes from somebody who once told us that, you know what, the numbers that we are talking about, that there are people from Zimbabwe working everywhere in the restaurants in South Africa, everywhere, is unscientific. It's unscientific. It cannot be proven.
Africans are already feeling marginalized and disenfranchised, and that's why there's this notion, and I truly don't believe South Africans are xenophobic.
Yes.
I feel like the issue and the notion of xenophobia is a very simplistic view of the issues of South Africa. South Africans are unemployed, Julius.
Yes.
That's a fact. South Africans don't have economic power. That's a fact. The very same illegal, undocumented foreign nationals are being used as truck drivers, as waiters and waitresses, and they're used as cheap labor because the employer gets away with murder. It disenfranchises the South African who is also looking for that job. I'm not saying every South African is going to want to be a truck driver, but it's certainly taking away the opportunity from that South African that wants to be that truck driver. So then how then do we start reconciling it? Because at the heart of it, it's economic issues, and we can't run away from that. So where do you reconcile and say, yeah, there are too many illegal foreign nationals here that are being used by capital as a form of cheap labor?
Well, it's imaginary. There's no such a thing that there are illegal foreigners who are waiters and waitresses. It's unscientific. It's not proven. It's not true. Secondly, these people that we are saying are taking our jobs and economic opportunities, Faith, let's line up the buses now and put them into the buses and let them go. Will still be poor. Actually more poorer without them, especially you, the black elite, because it is you who have hired these people into your houses. So it's not true that when they leave, you'll get jobs. They do not own these people that you're talking about.
So today, I'm not even believing what I'm hearing. I am so not. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to share this video clip with you, and I'll be back later with more commentary, or perhaps my closing commentary. Do enjoy.
Pateleng ya ba bona ba creang di-services. So sešeo
a re emeng ka maoto a hona motho a tlo re ntšha mo bothateng ba John Mpe ke rena re tlo ke ntšha mo bothateng ba John Mpe because ke rena re ke tsentšhitšeng mo bothateng motho o tšere ditendera ka moka o tšo fa maZimbabwe jaaka mo Polokwane bana ba bo rena ba kere mešomo e filwe maZimbabwe a re gane gore maZimbabwe a ba fiwe mešomo mara a ba fiwe mešomo le bona dimasepaleng tša bo bona Harare le ana mo go gongwe le rena re kere mešomo mo dimasepaleng tša rena gape re nyaka mešomo mo re patelang di-services a re ore a re nyake maZimbabwe re rao rena re swantše re beiwe pele ga everybody else e be rena re kry-a mešomo ka mo Polokwane and not mešomo ya o tsamayalana le thobalano ba re pele ba o fa mošomo ba nyaka go robala le wena taba newe a re nyake mešomo ya o fiwa bošeo re no tsoa batho ba apere di-overolo tše di-orange re be re letše re bina le bona maabane a sanka ba re botša gore ba.
And the question is, can he be trusted? Can he be trusted? Because all of this, I think, is feeling the pressure now of votes as we are approaching the local government elections in 2026. This is the party that has been vocal about growth. They've been telling us that EFF is growing, and the growth is always evident when we vote. You can tell where the people's minds are at as far as your party is concerned from the numbers that you get as we look at the results of the elections. So I think he has given the EFF that pressure, himself that pressure that we should see as South Africans, that the EFF is growing, that's number one, and he desires that growth for his party. Now, this is a man that has been telling us for the longest time that we can keep our votes. If we think he is going to speak against illegal immigration, this is the person that we have video clips of him saying, find creative ways to come to South Africa, and turns back and gaslights us, because this is where the thing is. The political leaders have this tendency of gaslighting us like we are seeing things that are not there. When they tell you, I was watching this show called Inimba. So the old lady, the grandma rather, let me put it that way, the grandmother is calling his granddaughter that, finally you are home, Kawe, umzukulwana wam, wara. And the mother did not tell that child that the child is hers. She gave birth to that child. And she went straight to telling the child that the grandmother is insane. She has early stages of dementia. So that's what I'm saying. So you treat us like we are mentally unstable or something is not correct in our heads so that our cries cannot be believable. So that's what annoys South Africans the most in any relationship that you have. When you have concerns and the people that you are in a relationship with, they gaslight to that, nothing like that happened. This is how we feel about the leaders that we have today in South Africa. Now I'm going to direct that at the EFF because that's the videos about the EFF. So can we trust the EFF, that Julius Malema and the leaders of the EFF? But then again, come to think of it, he is the only one that has been too vocal about this, that they should find creative ways to come to South Africa. Africa is one, the no borders, the what. So he's coming out to speak like a South African, because that's what we are saying. Speak like a South African, be relatable. Because I feel like Julius Malema speaks well, talk about a lot of things, and he drops South Africans, the people that are supposed to vote for him. And now can we trust him with our votes that is going to address the things that South Africans are concerned about? I saw a lady in the national dialogue, and I think Sihle Smith, that's one other person that people have branded like she's not okay upstairs. Traumas can turn you to be somehow. She said, let us address the elephant in the room about illegal immigration. And I've heard many people, the other guy as well, said, you are not talking about the influx, you are not talking about crime, you are talking about other things, but you are not talking about the matters of unemployment, the pressures that are currently being felt by South Africans. You are ignoring that. And for me, if they ignore such things, that national dialogue is useless for me, because why? What are you doing? What are you doing? Who are you listening to? And we are in the years whereby the voices of South Africans are not that important to politicians. I don't know what is the bigger picture. I really don't know. And I'm looking at South Africa, the way South Africa is being penetrated. It's going to be very difficult to uproot that. It is very difficult. And if you want to know, go to the villages and hear the impact that this is having. Anyway, because that was not the focus of the video, because the whole thing that is happening in South Africa, is giving me a serious anxiety. I don't know about you, but it's giving me serious anxiety. Somehow, I regret sometimes participating in this political content, because I'm like, guys, I wanted to share that with you, that Julius Malema is sounding like he's switching up on Zimbabweans, on other illegal immigrants, maybe. So he's saying now, South Africans. I'm looking at him like, you so suspicious. And the crazy part is that I love Julius Malema. I have to be honest with you, because there are a lot of things that are good with him. There are those that I'm like, but we can live without this one. Like the song that he continues to sing, for me, I feel like we can drop that song, and because of the misunderstanding it's causing. That is, for me, it's a part of promoting social cohesion and the understanding and the compromise of living with different cultures, the people that don't understand, especially because that song, I wouldn't be happy if somebody was singing about me like that. And also the borderless South Africa that he keeps talking about, I don't like. But you can tell the man is sharp in the head. And he can represent us very well, but he must choose South Africans to understand. Choose South Africans and live in harmony with our African countries. To understand, it's not about deserting our African brothers and sisters. It's not going to happen like that, because we cannot be like an island in this continent of ours. We need each other. We need one another. But let that be done. Let that be done within the laws and policies, or maybe within the standards that are acceptable. Because at this stage, South Africa is being abused. We have to speak the truth. I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot go to Zimbabwe without papers. I cannot go to to Swaziland without the right papers. Mozambique, I cannot even try that. And when my time to leave comes, I will certainly leave. And it talks to the leaders of those countries. Why would their people desire to leave their own countries that much? Why? I mean, we're having it badly in South Africa now. Things are not going right. But at this stage, I have no desire to go anywhere and not come back to South Africa. So, which means the country, the safety and security of the country, the economy can still be salvaged. It's just that for some reason, it feels like we have the wrong hands on the job. Anyway, guys, whatever your views are, kindly share those in the comment section. I always look forward to reading those. If time allows me, I certainly respond. But if it doesn't, I always try and react, so that you know that I appreciate your participation in my channel, guys. My voice, Sana, what the heck? Anyway, guys, if you watched up to here, the next time you bump into my videos, kindly watch my ads in full, as that support really goes a long way. That's if you are on Wi-Fi and you have the time to do so. And to those who are already watching my ads in full, guys, I'll see you in my next video.